And we're going to do the peace mantra in both English and Spanish. As you can see, I'm a little bit more set up, same place. I went and I bought a piece of art. I still have the edge thing on it. I couldn't get it off. I'm in a hotel room. This running from the enemy and having to hide is really interesting. I'm not even going to put it as a chapter in my book whenever I get around to writing it, because it's just repetitive and boring and very dumb of these people to actually think that they can frighten an entire country into submission, one person at a time. Right now, we're talking about me. But what is it that we're going to be doing? We are going to make you feel better, regardless of how your day went. How are we going to do that? We're going to do 30 minutes of peace mantra, which is going to help the world, but is also going to help you. We start with self-assessment. How do you feel right now? From 1 to 10. 10 is you great. 1, you want to slit your wrists. Where are you at? You don't need to tell us, just yourself. When we finish, do the self-assessment and see how much you have improved in well-being. Then you look at this photograph, which is a very famous and controversial dress. Oh, wow. It's really clear today. And today I'm very frightened. You would think that being frightened would make me not have a high frequency. When you see it really gold and really white, your frequency is high. But I'm being very real. That is what I'm feeling. I'm very frightened. So how do you see the dress? And then we will put it on a couple of times throughout the session, okay? And you will be able to see how you feel. So we're going to start in a minute. We're going to go back. Somebody's saying I'm very illuminated, but the lights are better. Actually, there's a lot of pink, which means I'm radiating pink, which means I really am happy with what I'm doing, which I am happy to be here doing this with you. So let's go back to showing you what a difference it makes. And I know I've done this every single time we've sat here, but it's so spectacular and it's so difficult to think that doing, and this was, I'm going to show you the results of an experiment of this same mantra, this same sensory therapy music video, 7 minutes. And we're going to do 30 today. So here we go. Let me show you. This is a person just like you. And this is what she looked like, what I sketched as a remote viewer before she did the mantra. No mantra, no sensory therapy music video. Look at those black mind streams. Yes, she knows and she recognizes she's usually very depressed. So here we go. She did the mantra for depression. Look how nice. The mantra for depression is, even though I'm depressed, I love and accept myself. No sensory therapy music. And she, yes, the mantra. Look what an improvement. Again, I'm going to show you 4 sketches in 7 minutes. Now we go here. She starts to do the world peace mantra, which is what we're going to be doing. No sensory therapy music video. And there's the mantra. Please, God, help me with my intention that there be a miraculous purification of the fear and hate, or a miraculous solution to the fear and hate. You see those green circles? Those are chi. And a chi is the God particle, which is a perfect balance of the 4 elements of fire, air, earth, and water. Look how great she looks. Her heart chakra, see how there's more green there? Ah, but here we go, the last one. She is doing the peace mantra plus the sensory therapy video, which is trilling, which we're going to have on in a minute. Look at the line that's around the canopy of mind streams. That's an additional protection. And look at the spirit there in the upper right-hand corner. It cannot get to her anymore. And look at the mind strings that are now flowing out of her throat chakra. Most of us have many mind streams clutching our throats so that we don't scream at our mates or say something terrible to our bosses or to our followers. Or we don't answer our father back when we're young, when he says something, because we know we're going to get slapped or going to get thrown in our bedroom, whatever. But look, in less than 7 minutes, look at how she has is releasing a lot of mind streams. The heart chakra is even stronger, but the most important thing is that coming up from the ground, she's getting more of the element of earth. And remember, in the original Lord's Prayer in Aramaic, it does not say, deliver us from evil or protect us from evil. It does not say that. It says, help us to be in the present. In other words, not disassociated. That's what it says. We got a very bad translation. And we've been following it for what? 1,000 years, 1,500 years? One, the bad translation takes away your power. You're not empowered. You have to have God save you, which is exactly what they wanted. Not Jesus and not God. The people that handle maybe religions. But when you go back to the original, you're empowered. Help us to be in the present. In other words, to be right here. Rooted, anchored, grounded. And you saw that in the last sketch, she's getting additional earth energy, which is what being grounded, rooted, etc. is, having enough of that earth energy. What we're very disconnected from because of high heels, because of living in buildings, because of never going outside, not living in grass huts with sand as our floor. We don't have that. Do you know what the Mayans did in El Mirador in northern Guatemala? Some Mayan sites that were discovered, that because the modern world doesn't believe in black magics, a lot of things have question marks. The Mayans did black magic so that their cities in northern Guatemala in the jungle could not be found. So when science discovered them, I don't know how many decades ago, there was like, why did nobody ever see them stumble onto these huge cities? What was that? Black magic. They did magic to cover up so that people would not discover them. And by the way, that black magic was done for them to be hidden away with its esoteric knowledge, secret knowledge, until now. Now is the time for that to all come up. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'm going to put the music on, and then I will put the mantra on for you to see. Okay? Very good. Let's do the music first, because that will be faster for me. And you can start to get into the mood. The mantras are repeated in silence. You do not move your mouth with the words. You expel your breath. Okay? Say it. Thank you, Christina. The mantra is on screen, and it has both the English and Spanish. You just need to do your language, obviously. Okay. I wish we had a translator so that it could be translated in Spanish, as most of the people that are following speak mainly Spanish. But let me tell you that this is one heck of a powerful mantra, and it's one heck of a powerful session, especially if you do it several times. What I saw towards the end, because I ended up thinking about my personal enemies, not just like world peace, but the peace that I don't have with enemies that I have today that you all know about. And well into this session, I could see a part of my house where I had a violent physical encounter with one of my enemies less than 6 months ago in my home. The hallway where it happened is broken energetically because of the trauma. Okay, I'm doing this mantra here with you. And I could see that the hallway was getting a healing. And I wasn't asking for that. I wasn't looking for that. But I have tremendous hatred and fear of these people, my enemies. And this mantra purifies that, at which time whatever got broken because of that apparently gets taken care of. And then all the way at the end, I could see my liver getting a healing. Meanwhile, I'm doing the same mantra that you're doing, the one that's here. Please, God, help us, me with my intention, or help us with our intention that there be a miraculous purification of the fear and hate. We're thinking about world peace, but we end up connecting the dots with our own issues. But even if we don't, we're still going to get a purification in our own life. Law of attraction says that if you have something inside of you, you're going to have a magnetic pull of that same type of information, traumas, friends, emotions, whatever. because of magnetic resonance. Um, as we're clearing this peace and hate, thinking about world peace, we're clearing it in our personal lives, at which time the law of attraction gets turned off. You're not going to draw to you bad people. So I'm going to say something. Maybe I shouldn't be saying it, but I'm going to say it. I do tend to talk a bit too much. Totally at the end of this session, which ended up being 40 minutes, 41 minutes, we have an enemy, an ex. He sits in a corner office. It's like a little broom closet. And he monitors my stuff. And I'm sure he monitors a lot of other people. He's not a good person. X does not know what he's doing, which is basically making sure that, in my case, that I get kept down, people don't follow. But at the end of this session, I could see him getting very nervous and actually standing up and kind of walking out of the office. He's feeling nervous. There's something about doing this mantra, which was for world peace, that is liberating me in my own life, which is what we've been finding when we work with countries and people and situations. We realize and recognize and have seen that we get a healing. But today was really impactful for me. 3 different things had happened. And my liver got a healing. Because when we're doing this, we're talking about hate and fear. How many situations do you have in your life? If you have had an enemy, then you have hate and fear inside of you. Law of attraction, you're going to draw more of that to you, which is what's happening on the planet. The stuff that we have gone through, countries, people, has never been purified. It's never been cleared. Keeps accumulating, and then it draws more of the same. So these sessions are incredibly powerful. And today for me was miraculous. So I hope you have the same experiences and more. And being that X is so important, we have to invent a mantra, very specifically having to do with X and Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson, to make sure that these people that are protecting and promoting the energies of revelations, we're in revelations. Yes, it can be a political, social, whatever, but honestly, we're in revelations, and we have people that don't want stuff to be revealed. They want to control information. So we have places like X, people like Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and I'm not going to get into the Trump thing, even though I would, because then people say it becomes very political. But honestly, he also, one of the reasons people don't like him is because he says so much that other people wouldn't dare say, but that needs to be said. So I hope you had as good a session as I did. Oh my God, I've never had this happen before. The truth of the matter is I was thinking a lot about my enemies because they seem to be, I don't know how many of them appear to have checked into the same hotel. It could be my paranoia, because you do paranoid if enough, you spend enough years of your life with people following you. Okay, so we will be back here again tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm very happy about this. And we had more people than ever. So I appreciate people helping to contribute. Okay, love you a lot. Thank you.